A goalkeeper is standing on his line, the whole stadium is silent, and right before the kicker runs up, he starts waving his arms like he's landing an airplane. Why? He's not stretching, he's not warming up. He's actually trying to hack the kicker's brain in real time, and today I'm going to show you exactly how this trick works, why it actually messes with penalty takers, and why some of the best goalkeepers in the world swear by it. First, quick refresher for anyone new here. A penalty kick is a one-on-one shootout. The ball sits 12 yards, about the length of a school bus, from the goal. No teammates, no defenders, just the kicker and the goalkeeper. Pure pressure. Here's the wild part. Scientists actually studied this, and they found something almost every football fan never noticed. When a goalkeeper waves his arms, jumps side to side, or does something unpredictable before the kick, penalty takers are statistically more likely to miss, not save it. Miss it completely. Why would flapping your arms make a professional athlete mess up a shot they've practiced 1,000 times? Because of something called attention capture. Basically, human brains are wired to notice movement. It's survival instinct. Thousands of years ago, if something moved in your peripheral vision, you needed to look at it immediately because it might be trying to eat you. Goalkeepers are hijacking that same instinct. When they wave their arms right before the kicker's brain, even for a split second, gets distracted. And in football, a split second is everything. Here's an example that makes this click instantly. Imagine trying to throw a dart at a target while someone next to you is jumping up and down, waving glow sticks. You'd probably still hit the board, but you might miss the bullseye. That tiny shift is exactly what happens with penalties. This is why you'll often see keepers doing this trick specifically during World Cup shootouts, the highest pressure moments in the sport, because pressure makes brains even more vulnerable to distraction. And get this, some goalkeepers take it even further. There's a famous case from a World Cup shootout where a keeper started jogging along his goal line side to side before the kicker even placed the ball. It looked almost childish, but it worked. The psychological chaos was the whole point. Coaches even have a term for this now: gamesmanship. It's not cheating, it's completely legal. It's just using psychology as a weapon. But here's the twist that most fans don't know. Waving arms doesn't just distract the kicker, it also messes with something called target fixation. That's a fancy term, but it's simple. When athletes get nervous, their brain tends to lock onto whatever's grabbing its attention. So if a goalkeeper is moving his arms near one side of the goal, some kickers actually shoot toward that side without realizing it. Their brain thinks, that's where the movement is, that's dangerous, avoid it. But the opposite happens. They subconsciously aim closer to it. It's like when someone tells you, don't look down while walking somewhere high, and the very first thing you do is look down. Football players are human. Even world-class athletes aren't immune to that. Now here's an interesting stat. Studies on penalty psychology have shown goalkeepers who use distracting movement have noticeably higher save percentages than goalkeepers who stand completely still. Completely still keepers are actually easier to score against, which sounds backwards, right? You'd think stillness equals focus. But in football, unpredictability is the real weapon. So next time you're watching a World Cup shootout and you see a goalkeeper suddenly turn into a human windmill, you'll know exactly what's happening. He's not panicking, he's not just pumping himself up, he is deliberately trying to break the kicker's brain for one tiny second, because in football, one tiny second can decide who becomes a legend and who becomes the players everyone forgets. And that's the real secret behind goalkeepers waving their arms before a penalty. If this made football click for you a little more, hit subscribe, because we're breaking down way more hidden tricks like this every single week.